Josh, Broncos-Cardinals. Everybody's been talking about how we've had some really good primetime games this year. And tonight, not so much.
It's some point, every year it seems like we get just terrible Thursday night games, and that's just kind of the reputation it's gotten, and well deserved, and it's why players say it's unfair to do it on Thursdays. And every year we're like, why do we watch these games? They're terrible. This year they've been really good. It's been excellent, and this is really the first game where you're like, ugh. Who cares about this game? Who wants to watch this game? So this could be the end of that real good run we've had.
Yeah, I actually kind of want to see Josh Rosen for a full game, because he was one of the – growing up a Giants fan, I was one of the people who thought they should pick the quarterback. He's actually the one I wanted. Right now the controversy in New York is, Barkley, or should it have been Sam Darnold? I kind of was hoping for Rosen, and I thought they could have traded back and still gotten him. So I'm curious to watch that for a full game. We've got tonight, okay, Broncos favored by 1.5, over-under 42.5. Injuries, Trey Boston, who's been playing well at safety for the Cardinals, out. Their guard, Mike Iupati, is out. Two of the Broncos starting linemen, right tackle Jared Veldheer and guard Ronald Leary, both out. The Broncos running back tandem could have some issues. They've been running decently. Freeman's actually – they're sort of splitting it. Booker's getting in there too. Freeman's actually been running well when given the chance. We kind of thought he was going to be the big guy there in the beginning of the year, and it turns out they're just using the tandem, and they're doing okay.
Yeah, and every time I've seen Philip Lindsay, he's a guy who kind of impresses me a little bit. I like this is you always talk about, you really like talking about those desperation games, and this is really one for the Broncos. I mean, this is the team that really is playing way under par, way worse than we thought they could, and it's a tough game for them because it's a Thursday night game. They have, they're coming off a bad loss. They have to go on the road, and those teams don't do well at all this year on Thursday night games. So they're kind of going against a little bit of history there, but I don't know. I still feel like, obviously I've been kind of on the Case Keenum bandwagon a little bit this year. We've talked about that a lot, and he's been not good. I still have a little bit of faith though. I can't see the Denver being that bad, or they're going to lose to Arizona. I just don't see it.
I can see it. I'm ready. I think these are two kind of bad teams. The thing that I'm looking at with the Broncos, the games I've seen, they played the Chiefs pretty well. They played the Rams well enough, right? They scored a touchdown late to make it look a little closer than it was, but they played okay. The two road games, bad. They got crushed by the Jets, and what was the other one? Oh, Baltimore. Well, Baltimore's good, but Baltimore destroyed them. And I'm just looking at this and I'm going, maybe the Broncos are just one of those teams that sort of plays well at home and is just not good in general. And I don't know. When I talk about the home dogs way too much. I see two teams here that are kind of comparable to me. Maybe the Cardinals are a little worse, but
I think they are. I think they're noticeably worse.
Noticeably worse, really?
Yeah. The offense has been horrible. They can't seem to figure out that David Johnson should be running up the tackle every damn play. I don't know why they're doing that. They're wasting it. Both these teams are really frustrating to watch. Denver probably more so because I thought they'd be a lot better than they were. That defense just hasn't been nearly as good as it's been, and they need that defense to play well, obviously, because Case Keenum has kind of been really up and down. But I think this is a game where they put. I know, like I said, I know it's tough going on the road on a Thursday night game. All that's tough. I just think that Case Keenum will. It's so stupid. I don't know why I think that Case Keenum's going to play well, but people are talking about, let's see what Chad Kelly can do. It's like, I think this is a game though where the Broncos need to win this game in order to stay in that playoff run, even for a wild card spot. I think they're going to be good enough to do that this week.
Okay, I'm going to take the Cardinals. Actually, do you pay Football Outsiders, by the way, says their weekly DVOA rating? They have Denver in the middle of the pack, and they have the Cardinals firmly down at the bottom, just above the Bills. So just food for thought there. To your point that you think the Broncos are noticeably better. I'm going to take the Cardinals. You're going to take the Broncos. Sounds like okay.